Have you ever had one of those moments where everything changes so fast it feels like you've landed on a different planet? We look at our homes and we just see walls and a roof, right? But what if they're more than that? What if they're actually stories? Stories that are being told by the weather right outside our window, written in everything from snow to sunshine. So let's get into that. Yeah, we're about to follow a journey that goes from a world literally built out of frozen water to one completely shaped by the sun. It's a story all about adapting, about what we remember, and really about the incredible, kind of secret ways our environment designs how we live. So at the heart of all this is one person's incredible leap between two worlds that couldn't be more different. And this person's name is Melina. She moved from Alaska to Hawaii. I mean, think about that for a second. That's not just moving across town or even across the country. We are talking about a massive leap from the freezing north of Alaska all the way down to tropical Hawaii. The scale of that change is just wow. So her life is basically split right down the middle now. On one hand, you've got Alaska. That's a world all about cold, snow, and for her, it's now just a memory. And on the other hand, her reality, Hawaii, a place of nonstop heat and sun. This is way more than just a move, It's like two completely different ways of life just smashed into each other. So what do you even bring with you when you go from a world of ice to a world of sun? Well, for starters, you bring your memories. And that's where things get really interesting. She finds herself thinking about this one time when she and her friend Sura built houses out of snow. I mean, that's such a powerful image, right? Her whole idea of a home is literally tied to snow. It's this beautiful, temporary thing made from the cold itself. It's a memory of fun, of friendship, and a life that's just so deeply connected to that frozen world. And then, boom, reality check. In Hawaii, the weather is just hot all the time. That beautiful memory of a snow house, a building made of cold, it just couldn't exist here. No way. The sun would turn it into a puddle in minutes. And that, right there, is the core of her challenge. And this really gets us to the big question, doesn't it? Melina's personal story is the perfect jumping-off point for something much, much bigger. So how does a place's climate actually change the way people live? Well, a big part of the answer is literally all around her. It's in the way people build things for the sun. Yeah, people in Hawaii build their homes totally differently. And, it sounds kind of obvious when you say it like that, but when you dig into the details, it's fascinating. It's not just about cranking the AC. The entire design of a house here is like a conversation with the climate. So let's break that down. Think about it. In a super cold place like Alaska, you'd want tiny windows and really thick insulated walls, right? You're trying to trap every single bit of heat you can. But in Hawaii, it's the exact opposite. You'll see these huge windows, big open spaces. The whole goal is to let the air move. And the walls are thin, because you don't want to trap heat. You want the building to breathe and cool off as soon as the sun goes down. So you start to see the whole philosophy here. The design isn't about fighting the heat, trying to block it out. It's a design that works with the heat. It's all about embracing it, managing it, and creating a space that's comfortable because of the climate, not in spite of it. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. We started this whole thing with Melina thinking about her memories of building snow houses, and now we're talking about architecture. So what's the big takeaway? How does our climate really shape us? Well, what Melina's story really shows us is that our environment doesn't just surround us. It's not just background noise. It actually shapes how we build, how we live, and even what we remember. It's the reason a memory of a snow house can be so powerful, because it's tied to a place, a feeling, a climate. So, I want to leave you with a question. Look around you right now, at the room you're in. The walls, the windows, they were all designed for the world just outside. But what if that world changed tomorrow? What if your town suddenly became a desert or an Arctic tundra? If your world changed tomorrow, what would you build?